Dawn lives with her grandmother Birdie and her two sisters Emily and Maxine. When she gets her acceptance letter from an art school in Paris, it feels like her dream is finally within reach, except the financial aid didn't come through. She's got enough money for her first year thanks to a fund she saved up, but after covering Birdie's medical bills, she can't afford housing or even a plane ticket. Emily steps in with a wild idea: audition for a date in a reality show called The Honey Pot. There is a $20,000 appearance fee, which is more than enough to get her to Paris. Emily helps coach her, but Dawn almost blows it when she gets caught with crib notes on her hand during the interview. Luckily, the producer Rachel sees something in her and convinces her boss Carl to let her on. The big twist comes once filming starts. Dawn and the other contestants think they're headed to Paris, France. After a long flight, they land in Paris, Texas. Dawn is furious. She literally lives less than an hour away and wants to quit, but Carl reminds her she signed a contract. If she leaves early, she forfeits the fee. Stuck with no choice, she decides to stay. At the ranch where the show is filmed, Dawn runs into Trey, the same cowboy she'd met briefly at a bar earlier. To her surprise, he's the leading man. Dawn begs him to send her home, but he refuses. Rachel advises her to stick it out. If she wants that money for Paris, she needs to play along. Trey makes his grand entrance, and all the contestants scramble to impress him. Dawn tries to keep her guard up, but her playful banter with him keeps her in the game. He even gives her a spur to show she is safe from elimination. Before long, the chemistry between them starts to grow. Her roommate Jasmine notices the sparks and pushes Dawn to stop fighting it. Dawn explains about art school and insists she just needs to get eliminated so she can collect her fee. But Jasmine points out she could win even more money if she sticks around. As the competition unfolds, Dawn and Trey keep getting closer. She wins a cooking challenge, and the two bond over childhood stories. Trey admits he doesn't want city life. He loves the ranch, nature, and everything that comes with it. Their connection deepens, even while her rivalry with another contestant, Lexi, heats up. Trey and Dawn sneak off together one night, and he takes her to his favorite spot at sunrise. He admits he's been looking for her since the night they met at the bar and confesses his feelings. They kiss, and for the first time, Dawn starts thinking maybe this reality show romance is real. Not everyone's rooting for them. Lexi catches Dawn sneaking off with Trey and starts plotting. She later snoops through Dawn's bag and finds her art school papers. She shows them to Trey, twisting it to look like Dawn was only on the show to fund her Paris dreams. At the next ceremony, Trey suddenly eliminates Dawn. She's blindsided and devastated, not realizing Lexi was behind it. When Trey tells her she just got what she wanted, she's crushed. She goes home heartbroken, convinced their connection was real. Dawn eventually makes it to Paris, ready to start a new life at art school, when Rachel shows up with surprising news. The show's finale is filming right there in Paris. Rachel tells her what Lexi did, explaining that Trey thinks she lied about everything. Rachel urges her to come back and clear the air, even if it means giving up her winnings. Dawn decides to face him. At the finale, she explains she wasn't pretending. Yes, she originally schemed her way onto the show to pay for school, but her feelings for Trey became real. He doesn't believe her, accusing her of planning to let him propose on camera and then abandon him for 2 years in France. Heartbroken, she walks away in tears. After she leaves, Rachel finally tells Trey the truth. Dawn gave up all her winnings just to see him. That's when it clicks. Trey chases after Dawn and asks why she gave it all up. She admits it's because he's her dream now too. They reconcile and he tells her she doesn't have to choose between him and Paris. On camera, he proposes in true honeypot fashion, asking if she picks the money or the honey. Dawn says she chooses the prize money, but she also chooses him as she asks him to kiss her. The movie wraps with Trey and Dawn figuring out their future together. He admits he actually loves Paris, and she gets to stay for art school while they build a life together. The movie The Wrong Paris ends on that hopeful note, with love and dreams both winning out.